I will stand. I will stand to the end. I'm loyal. You better believe it. I was left for dead. And then it took the man of Yah. Yah sent me a pastor to give me knowledge and understanding. And it just happens to be the guy you don't like, Pastor Charles Dowell Jr. And he showed me love. I don't even know if Pastor even tells me he loves me with his words, but I know he loves me. Isn't that crazy? Rarely do I hear him say I love you. Maybe once in a blue moon, we may throw a love here and there. And sometimes I know maybe in my Christian, I just want to let Pastor Pat, I love you. You gave me life. I was left for dead. I didn't even do nothing for you. And you took the time to come up here and love me. You took the time to take my phone calls and talk me through this when I was in the darkest time of my life 7 years ago. And Christianity would tell you that they're loving these people. The government tell you they're loving. They're the cause. They hate people. They break up homes. They kill people. They enslave people. And then they're going to accuse Straitway for the very thing that they do. And I'm alive today because of a man called Charles Dowell Jr. I'm thankful for Deacon because Deacon came in here and he sit there and talked to me all the way through midnight when I was going through the toughest time of my life. And he loved me. But when I was in Christianity, they couldn't help me because I was too famous, too rich. We don't know what to give you. Deacon, I don't even know if he had any kind of money. He came in with debt. How do you tell how a broke-ass man like him is able to come and help me out? So you can't convince me. I don't ever want to go back to the world, ever. I hope I burned up every single bridge because I know what's out there. You guys want to go out there and see what it's like? Go out there. I was a millionaire. I was famous. I was loved in this community. And I became hated just because I love Yeshua HaMashiach, just because I wanted to keep the Shabbat. They ripped my sons and daughters out of my hands just because I kept the Shabbat. Now it has nothing to do with this ministry. Nothing. It has to do because this country, Christianity is a hateful religion, straight up. They produce hate. They teach you how to hate. They teach you how to hate Yah. They teach you how to hate your neighbor. They teach you how to hate your children. They teach you this hate. You can't even discipline your son. The Bible says that disciplining your son is loving, but the world says don't discipline them. Go put them in the timeout. That's what the world would tell you to do. Let them just do whatever they want. Let them be disrespectful. They can do whatever they want. But as soon as you put your hands on them, all of a sudden, hell break loose. Then they put them in an environment, in a foster care. They put them in an environment to get more abuse. So don't tell me America's a cult. Your Christianity, and this is a Christian nation, especially Christianity is the biggest cult of them all. If cult is meant to be bad and wicked, then I say Christianity is the biggest cult, but it's acceptable. It's acceptable evil. I don't want to have anything to do with that. I love what I'm doing. I will do this to the day I die. And people out there want to come and say the people that are under my care. That's what I call. I wouldn't even use the word rule, but they're under my rule, but it's really under my care because these are Yah's people. And my job is to love them, to take care of them as I love myself. That's how I'm going to make it to the kingdom. Yeah, I'm using Deacon. Yeah, I'm using Brother Jordan. And I'm using all the other brothers because I need them to make it to the kingdom. I need them. Because without them, I cannot be made perfect. I learned to love every day being in this environment. Most people in my situation, we learn to be selfish. You have money, you do what you want to do, and you don't care about anybody. It's about living a secluded life and just living by yourself and just giving out money little here and feeling like, oh, yeah, I did good, put your name on some type of building, and that's the life. Well, hell with that life. I want to live a life of love. Teach me something better. Show me something better than what Straitway has taught me. Pastor has taught me how to love Yah. He's taught me how to love my brothers, my sister. He taught me how to love my woman. He taught me how to love my father. He taught me how to love my sons and daughter. And now I'm supposed to think this man is bad? He taught me how to love. When you rebuke somebody, he showed me that open rebuke. You know how many times when I have to rebuke people here in the community, you think that's easy? I don't like doing that. But if I love them, I have to do that. I had to get on Brother TJ when he first came here, showing late to a meeting. And I had to rebuke him. And you asked TJ how he felt. You think TJ thought it was kumbaya? That was his first day at Straitway Praise Man. He got rebuked, and now he's a part of our community. And you'll see him saying that, man. You'll think like, hey, you know who I am? Boom, came back. And he's been here ever since. And why? Because I love TJ. That's why I rebuked him. Because that's not how we do things. And he knows better. I say, you know better. We play in the NFL. We don't show up late. That's a fine. And now that's a good brother. I got me a brother for life. Anyway, guys, I didn't mean to get emotional like that. That just came out of it. But man, don't tell me that the government, that police are bad people. They're bad. The government officials are bad. They're here taxing our ministry because we love. Saying, well, we don't know who, if you're a church, who's the beneficial owner? Well, who's the freaking beneficial owner of the Catholic Church? No one's ever asked it. Well, no one's ever asked that question too. Why are you asking me that question? Because you're a Catholic. Because I'm not a Catholic, that's why they tax us. That's the love they show. They show more love to all these other. They show love to the Muslims. They show love to all these other religions, Christianity. But then when it comes to an Israelite, a Sabbath keeping Israelite community, they want to tax us $40,000 a year. $40,000 a year, and we don't even use their resources. We don't even use their matter of fact, we use the most field resources in this whole community, and we helping all of our neighbors to make sure that trees are not on their property. When trees are falling there, we're the one that's going and helping our neighbor. And what they tax us $40,000. We don't use their schools, we don't use their libraries, we don't use shit. And the water that we get, we pay for it. Everything we have, we pay for it. And they want to tax us to put in their communities, but they don't do nothing for our community. Everything they give us, we pay for it. Everything, water, electric, we pay for it. But then they give tax exemptions to the Catholic Church, to the Muslims, to all the other religions, but then they can come and pick on us because we're not recognized by the state. It's all good. We'll take the persecution because Catholics are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to hate us because that's what anybody that's keeping the Sabbath, that's what you do. You pick on them. You tax them. That's what the village of Hobart is doing. They're trying to find a way to say, how can we, Brown County, how do we continue? How do we have a right to tax these people? Even though they could come here and say this is a full-blown house of worship, a house of prayer, but they're still going to tax us anyway. Because we don't have a commercial building like that, because that's not what our faith leads us. It leads us to house. So I'm going on a rant. Forgive me, but I love this ministry. I'm thankful for the man of Yah. And even though there's people out there that speaks bad of Pastor Dowell, those are liars. I'm gonna tell you that they're liars. Let's see the people that's accusing Pastor. See who's following them. See if anybody has a testimony about the love, genuine love that they have for them. See. And I've been rebuked. I've been corrected. I've been loved by Pastor Dowell. It's not just be all good, but I try not to. And I've been corrected, rebuked, whatever, and still loved by that man. Still can tell you and testify that I've been loved by that man. So you show me all the people that's accusing him. I want to see if they're doing the same thing. Let me see somebody that come out and testify about the love that Pastor Dowell had. Look at the testimony Brother Jordan had of me. He had that testimony of me. I didn't tell him to do that. He did that because of the example that Pastor taught me and the things I read, and then now I can do it for my brother.